Hello. This is part 2 of my last devotion. Because you can't pack a whole bunch in 10 minutes or 5, 10, I don't know. So I will elaborate a little more on the whole thing here. There were people that were connected to this. Not that they per se put him in that general direction to hurt me, but I have had the same friend group for a long time. And this friend group knows me very well. And they know that if they call me, I would come. They know that I would help them any way I could. But these same friends went to court for this ex-boyfriend of mine, who I had to make a domestic violence report against. And I've talked to them. We've talked. And I've forgiven them, which I still forgive you. I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad about it. But I want you to know that if I could have talked to you all those months that I was alone in my house, I sat 3 months in my house and I learned how to be by myself after those 7 months. Every time I saw you in the store, I wanted to ask you, when you knew what he was doing, when you knew that he was doing heroin, when I wasn't doing it with him, because it's not my choice of drug. Matter of fact, I don't even really have a choice of drug right now, because I've seen so much in the relationships that I've been in. And some of those relationships, they've had me try to do those drugs with them. And I've told them no, I don't want that. I'm not a pillhead. And I know some of you gonna get on here and be like, yeah, you're just on here talking. No, I'm saying what I mean because it's true. And I'm the only one in my corner right now. At least it seems like that. When I tell you I'm not a pillhead and you keep feeding those pills to me, because you don't care. You don't care. You do it, so why shouldn't I? That's not me. I'm not going to force something on someone. I had a was friend at that time. He used to sit there and he used to get so mad at me. He was like, why do you keep letting this man abuse you? Because I care about him. F that, he would say. I don't care how much you care about him. You're letting him abuse you just so somebody will love you. Do you know why I had that mindset? It's because when you grow up in that environment, someone always hurting you, pushing you, telling you that you're not anything but a piece of shit. Excuse me, yes, I cussed again. You're a child. You are a child and you have grown adults telling you that you are nothing. You have a grandmother that would take pleasure in beating you because you couldn't find a particular bill for her. All my life, the people that I cared about most would call me a nigger to my face. I'm a child and you're calling me a nigger to my face because you think it's okay to abuse me. You think it's okay to talk to me in a manner. Do you realize when you're little like that, that's your mentoring stage. That child is going to remember that. You, as a parent, are teaching your children what to do when they grow up. So I'm telling you now, before you continue what you're doing, if you want to keep talking and saying the things that you're talking about, I promise your lies and your truth will find you out. I promise. I have no reason to sit here to say that it was okay for that man to do what he did for me, to me. Was it okay that he tried to push me down the stairs? Was it okay for him to headbutt me? It was okay. You basically are telling me that it's okay for him to do that, but it's not okay for me to retaliate, right? It's not okay for me to do that. At that point in time, no, I shouldn't have. I should not have. But I went down to that police station because he had me in such a mindset that I was in the right to be abused. He had me in the mindset to make me think that it was okay for me to sit there and let him do what he did. And then he had the nerve to call his girlfriend, new girlfriend, while he's still sleeping in my bed, while he's still abusing me. You called her, and she said on that phone, I'm sitting on the side of the bed and I'm holding my pillow and I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I let him do this to me? What do I do? My mind is completely blank. What do I do? I'm holding onto a pillow and rocking and asking myself while this man just did what he did to me, what do I do to make him stop doing this to me? And he hands me the phone to talk to his new girlfriend, who sits on the phone and says, I know exactly what you're going through right now. I used to be with a man who used to abuse me like that. And she kind of chuckled about it. So not only do you know what it's like to be in an abusive relationship, not only do you know what it's like to have a man put his hands on you, not only do you know what it's like to have a man put you in a mindset to make you stay, and you want to laugh at me on the phone and say, I know what you're going through, it's going to be okay. Wow, he's leaving me for you. See, that's the problem today, is that nobody knows how to be honest. Nobody wants to be honest about who they are behind closed doors. But when they decide the person that they're abusing shouldn't be listened to because they're about to say something they shouldn't, or they don't want them to say, they do things to them. They send people after them. They pay people to hurt them, especially if they're gang affiliated. And that friend that I had at that time that got angry with me, he looked me in my eye and said, you're a disabled woman, and he's out here abusing you. And he asked me if he could kill him for me. And I said, no, because I'm not that type of person. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody that's ever done anything bad to me. That's what kindness is. Yes, I went down and I made that report, but I was turning myself in because he made me think the fact that I struck back was wrong. And it may have been. I'm not denying that. I may have been petrified then or scared then, but I'm not scared now. I've been through enough. I've been through enough that I'm not scared anymore. There's too many of you in a circle to hide what you've done. Too many.